Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about a very important topic, which is the lasting effect of a broken relationship. So, today, we're going to be talking about because my first video, I did a video before about the benefits of a broken relationship. Okay, but I can also leave the description here because it's also a very important video for you to learn from so you can understand this particular one better just in case you don't. So it's good after you watch this one, you can also refer back to that one. I'll leave the link on my description. But today we are going to be discussing about the lasting effect of a broken relationship, which is just as it has a benefit. But today we are discussing about the effects, like the negative effects of it, of a broken relationship. Like even after the relationship is gone, the effect that comes after it that keeps that lasts a lifetime, and even see even when you get married and you're in your marriage, it will still keep on affecting you. So the reason of this video is to actually educate us. Everybody's learning, including me. I'm still learning. Okay, there's nobody that's perfect, but it is good you get information because information helps us to know. You understand? When I listen to other people's own, I also learn, and also as you're listening to this video, you also learn because you might not know where you will need it. Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you for sticking around. So please, I hope you learn. Let's try to pay attention. So the first one we are going to be talking about today is negative character adoption. Yes, negative character adoption in the sense that if, for example, you've left a relationship, like I said, oh, after you've left the relationship, it didn't work out, things was rough along the line. But there are still some certain things that some characters that you pick up. Maybe, for example, if you were having, maybe it's most common, even in a man or a woman. So maybe inside that relationship, you were having issues. Probably your type of person before was not a type of person who likes to quarrel, a type of person who likes to nag. But if you are fortunate to start a relationship with someone who has such a character, maybe somebody who is good at fighting, somebody who is good at nagging, you'll find out that you start behaving like that. Yeah, because I've seen scenarios whereby some girls, in fact, they fight for a living, and if they are in a relationship whereby a man does not beat them, they'll start thinking the man is a weakling. They're telling you to your face, you're a weakling, you can't beat me. Look at you, you're not beating me. Why can you not be fighting? Those ones, the fighting is their calling. Or probably maybe they've learned it somewhere, or maybe they saw it while they were growing up from their parents, so they felt it is natural. It's a bad habit that they have picked up somewhere. So if you're not careful, you now ended up dating someone like that. You find out that your own character of your own type of person, not wanting to beat or not wanting to fight, will start changing because you are trying to show the girl that I can actually beat you. I'm just be keeping quiet, and before you know it, it becomes a part of you. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Those are the negative effects. And even when you leave that relationship, you now start having that mindset of, women need iron hand, women need iron hand, we have to beat them. And negative character, you just speak so. You've just picked a negative attitude for yourself if you are not watchful. So these are the things that even after you leave, you still spread it to the next relationship, your marriage, you have adopted a bad character that you eventually become part of you if you are not careful. So just like the other half of my video that I did, you have not watched it, like I said, I will leave the link so you can watch it. I also talked about the benefits before, but today we are not talking about the benefits, just as it has a benefit, the benefit of a broken relationship. It also have a negative effect, a lasting one at that can actually have a very bad impact on your whole life if you are not careful. So that is the reason why when you are in a relationship, you have to be mindful. Just like if you're not mindful, you will not see the benefits. And if you're not mindful, you will pick up these negative effects, these negative thoughts or negative characters after the relationship. And they'll keep hurting you. Even when you get married, eventually it will become part of you. Automatically, your relationship start changing. Yes. That's why we should be careful. As you are watching, as you are in the relationship, be careful. Don't change your character because of anybody. Don't turn into someone else because of you are trying to please person, or because of, oh, you want to show the person that I can do this. I can do this. There are some people, maybe the girl was actually trying to tell you, the partner was trying to tell you, ah, you can't cheat. You can't cheat. I can just be there. No man will even talk to you. No woman will talk to you. And me, I'm more beautiful than you. Instead of you to suffer kukuma say abeg this I no be where person suppose to dey when you run, you will take it up as a challenge. Before you know what's happening, you start cheating. Before you know what's happening, it turns into a character. You start getting used to it, you start feeling it is normal to be cheating from one place to the other. Even after you've left the relationship, you adopt it without knowing it. Even if probably if you get married, if you're not careful, it will continue. It's an habit that you have picked up. So that's what I'm saying. It's not like it is bad to be in a relationship. Just like if you're in a relationship, they all have benefits. And even if you never dated before you got married, or you were never exposed to even get all of these informations, and you just boom, pop into a marriage, there is also a negative effect. There's a lot of negative effect. I would also do a video about that, and I will leave it the link in my description. So as you can see, there are a lot of negative effects. That's what we are doing. If we are in a relationship, gone, still in it, my dear, please, I would all tell us to be careful. Be watching. I know all of this is still not enough to get the perfect person, but still, at least you know that you have done your best. You are at least to an extent. Your own is just that probably you are waiting for nature to actually do its own to give you the right person. But at least you should be informed to some certain extent. You don't just go blinded. I don't know if you understand. You look at someone who is praying for a job. Somebody who is praying for a job, and somebody who is praying for a job and doesn't even have any experience of a job at all. They're both there's both difference. You are praying for a job, you don't have any experience. Unlike someone who have a job, who is praying for a job but he has an experience. You see, the life will be much more easier than someone who is praying for a job. Eventually you get the job, you don't have an experience. How can you keep the job? So that's just how it is. So that's why you see these things are important. These informations are very important. We're all learning. Likewise, me too. I'm still learning. Okay. So that's one. And another one is low self-esteem. You will find that along the line you start to lose value of yourself. Like you don't trust yourself anymore. You don't even trust your decisions. Probably because maybe the person you were in a relationship with was the type of person who was domineering, for example, or someone who was always letting you know that, beg, you're not good at anything. Me, I'm just managing you. If you live here now, you must see anybody. You live your life. In fact, if you even leave me, no other person will carry you. That have bad character. You cannot cook. You cannot do this. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. You don't have money. You don't. I'm just managing you. And before you know what's happening, even after you leave the relationship, you find out that you start seeing yourself like that. You start thinking that like I'm not really good, or I'm not good enough, or I'm really not good at this. Instead of you to take it as a challenge, just like I said in my other video, that's why I said it's very important. You try to watch it. Instead of you to take it up as a challenge and see how you can benefit yourself, see how you can uplift yourself, see how you can transform, see how you can improve on your life, you now adopt it as if, oh, it is normal, and then probably go and settle for less because something has told you that, oh, I'm not good enough. So anything that now comes, you just manage and be there, of which that's not what you're supposed to be, because you have looked down on yourself based on what you've heard or the relationship you started with. It becomes a problem. You see, these are the things. There are a lot of effects that it affects us one way or the other without knowing it. And another one is bad habits. You see, some people, after they've left the relationship, they'll start, maybe for example, now you were someone inside the relationship, you were not smoking, you were not drinking, you really didn't have time for maybe stuff like that. But because the person that you are with is doing things like that, most of them, because there's most people, the person they started the relationship with, if that person is bad, he always have a way of leaving that bad character on that person if you are not careful. All of these things is when you are mindful. If you are not mindful, you with all the only thing you'll be seeing is negative side of it. It has importance, it has negativity, but how far the negativity can go is when you are mindful, when you are paying attention, when you are trying, when you try to see how you can improve and not use it to destroy yourself. Choose what you want to pick. You must not become who you are not because you want to please somebody. If that thing is not working out for you, instead of bending your will to something that you know is bad, it's not your mind is telling you that this thing is not good, but because you want to please somebody, you now have to give in to things that does not make any sense, and then leave. It's already that, those are signals already that that particular relationship is not good for you. Why would you be there killing yourself, trying to please somebody, trying to be who you are not? You want to smoke, oh, if you are not smoking, I will not go. Since I go to club, you have to go to club, you have to drink, you have to do this. And before you know what is happening, you turn it into a bad habit. Even when you leave the relationship, you have eventually adopted it to become an habit. You start knowing how to smoke, you start knowing how to drink, because you now feel it is normal. In place of trying to please someone, you've adopted that character. So as you can see, these are things that we have to be mindful of. These are things we have to be mindful of. Then another thing, unhealthy coping mechanism. Unhealthy coping mechanism. Some people start, like, there was a scenario. There was a girl, was a person I knew some years ago. This person, like, if for example, she and the boy, because I saw one or two scenarios like that. When she and a partner had issues, she will go and start taking tramadol, all these hard drugs. She go and start taking hard drugs, start putting herself into, so the extent that she will, in fact, she will die. She will die and wake up. People will start pouring her water. When she sees that her partner is cheating on her, the next thing she will just go and take drugs, because she's trying to, that thing is not good for you. You are trying to cope. It is paining you. Then the only thing you now stop is for you to now go and start taking hard drugs to calm it down. Or some of them will result into drinking. They will drink, drink, drink. You turn into a drug addict. It's break my heart. And let me not be seeing it. I don't want to be paining me. Before you know, you're adopting bad characters. You just turn into a drug addict. You turn into a drug addict before you know what's happening, and it will be too late. So these are things that we have to be watchful of. Be mindful. When you are in a relationship, it's not like it's bad, but if you are there without paying attention, these things will become too bad. Like the negativity will hit you too bad that it will just continue throughout your lifetime. So it is very important we are mindful. Okay. And another thing is unnecessary expectations from your partners. For example, you've maybe based on what you've gone through, you've left that relationship. Then when you get married eventually, or probably you've left that one to another one, you start having this issue of expecting Emeka to become Paul, or expecting Paul to become Emeka. Both of them is not the same thing. They can never be the same. They can never be the same. Maybe your partner, the other one you were dating before, was the type of person who was calling, like calls you morning, night, afternoon, evening. Then by the time maybe the new one you met that is even supposed to be good for you is not calling, you start feeling that maybe he's not taking you seriously. Oh, I don't think this one is serious. How can he not be calling me? If that call was so important, why did you leave the other one and you go? If it was so, if it's the most important thing that you are supposed to pay attention to, that's so important to you, why did you leave it? You should have been in it now. Why should you be in the next one? So you see the problem. These are things you're supposed to watch. These are things you should be mindful of. You don't do things because um oh, this thing, as he was calling me and I now tried to say, okay, this one is not calling me now. This one is calling me, and wait, this one is not calling me. I don't like it. You'll be using your own mind. At the end of the day, you find out that you are just expecting from the other person to become who the person is not, and it will be very bad. That's one. And another thing, maybe shopping. For example, probably the person you dated before was someone who always takes you shopping, takes you Dubai, takes you travel, takes you all of those places. And then when you eventually get married, you'll be expecting the other person that you are with, probably your husband or your next partner, to start to behave like that, to start to take you shopping. And by the time he's not doing it, you find out that you are not satisfied. You'll be having issues. These are the things. You'll just be like over expectation. And if our expectation leads to dissatisfaction, you won't be satisfied. For no reason, you are not just satisfied. That's one. Another thing, maybe for example, you dated someone who likes to go party. Then in one next one you met, or maybe your husband or someone who does not like to go to party, who is always indoors, who does not, is not sociable, you start to complain. You start to have issues. You start to find out that you are not contented, that you are not just okay. because you want, if that's okay, like I said, if that particular one was okay, what else are you looking for? Why did you leave that one and start looking for another one? So these are the things you have to be mindful of. You don't just do things because you want to do them. And that is one. So another one, like I said, is dissatisfaction, because from all of these things, it ends up in dissatisfaction. You won't be satisfied. You are just busy looking for, you want, for example, you want ice cream at first, but you don't want ice cream because ice cream is too cold. And at the same time, you want a goosey soup. Then you don't want a goosey soup because a goosey soup is too spicy. Then you are now looking for how you can mix a goosey soup and ice cream together. How can that one be possible? The mixture will be so awful. I don't. You can't eat it. The combination is so. That's how it is. What I'm trying to say is, Emeka cannot be Jacob, no matter how you see it. This person was good for this type of person, but at the same time, he has his own flaws. This person is good for who he is. At the same time, he has some flaws. So weigh the flaws that is more better for you. You cannot be expecting soup to taste like ice cream. You don't expect ice cream to taste like a soup, or you don't expect the combination inside all of them. I don't know how that particular food is going to be like. That's just, I'm trying to give an example here. Because if you expect Emeka to now be inside Paul and Paul to be inside Emeka, both of them will not come combination. You want someone that is calm, just like some people, they are highly expectation, and they want, they'll say they want someone that is tall, fair, huge, God fearing. They just carry clear and mold your own, because I don't know where you keep and put. I don't know. There are sometimes someone cannot just be perfect, cannot be 100% perfect. It's the truth. Everybody is learning, everybody is trying. You cannot see someone who, you want someone that is rugged, at the same time the person is God fearing. I don't understand. These are the things. So you have to know what you want before you know what's happening. You have to know what you want, because before you know what's happening, you start your priority become confused. You look like someone who have who they put, maybe for example, you went to the market, you want to buy the shoes. There's sometimes people, they end up getting lost when you see they see too many shoes, they can't select. They become confused, because probably you have dated Paul, you have dated John, you have dated James. You end up becoming confused. You don't know what you want anymore. You see the problem. These are things that if you are not mindful, everybody is learning. Like I said, including me, I'm still learning. Even as I'm married, I'm still inside the marriage. You are still, there are things that happens. You will not be like, wow, I didn't see this coming. Yes, even inside the marriage, we are still learning. Not to talk of someone who is inside a relationship, something you're supposed to even learn and add to yourself. You'll be there playing, you're not paying attention. You're taking it for joke, doing it as if it's someone that is playing Candy Crush. That today you play, you go from one stage to the other stage. Then you play stage one, next tomorrow. It doesn't work like that. If you are in a relationship, be mindful. If it's not working for you, leave. Don't become confused. This one, you have this, you have this, you have gone from year to year, and then you end up, your priorities confused. You don't even know what you want anymore. You start looking for your spec, my spec, so my spec, so my spec. Carry clear and move your own. Spec. At the end of the day, you become confused. That's just how it is. Because you have dated too many, at the end of the day, you start that those are one of the effects. Even if not even that, some people are just like this is our characters. That eventually you pick up from those relationships if you're not careful. You want a maker to be inside Paul, you want Paul to be inside the maker. The two of them is not the same. Don't confuse yourself. Know what you want. So those are one of it. And another one is losing out in time and money. Losing out in time and money. There's some people who went as far as sacrificing their time, their money when they're in the relationship. By the time they leave, they find out that that money you were supposed to at least, or even when so probably a relationship you started very young, at a very young age, the time that you are supposed to use, that time you are just busy giving all your time, sacrificing everything, trying to please one person. Time you would have used to go and chase after your goal, you would have used to go and make money. You find out that you have wasted it trying to please one person in the relationship. Because so I don't want her to leave me, I don't want him to leave me. If you do like this now, you will not leave me. Maybe opportunity came that time for you to travel. I don't know, then the person will still leave you. So that's why you should be watchful. If at because there are some stages in life when you play with some certain things, you will now find out that at the end of the day, that particular opportunity might not come back again, might be missed. So there should be priority. There should be time for everything. If you want to date, don't throw away your priority. Even if you are dating, you're in a relationship, do it mindfully. It's not worth sacrificing your own life for, because you are still watching. It be like, how do I say it? One go now will carry money now, you go and start to train someone. I've heard someone who just train somebody from school. It's not like it's bad to do it, but someone you're not married to. To me, somehow I just feel one just have to be careful. It looks at something like person will carry money go play Baba Ijebu. Someone wants to gamble with his money, his time. You gamble with it because you don't know what's going to be the outcome. You're neither here nor there. You cannot tell me that you are 100%. Anything can happen. That person can even go to the school. You've seen cases. I've heard about it. You even watch it in movies. But sometimes those that are true life stories. I've even seen some. After dating the person, all of a sudden, training the person from school, come back and tell you, I beg, you don't have to speak English. What kind of person is this one? But then you are the one who just ended up wasting his life. Although nature always find a way to compensate us for things like that, but still doesn't mean that we should be careless, because times lost can be brought back. Money lost can be brought back. If every time you're supposed to now used to use that money to go to school, you sacrifice it for someone else, it can come back if you are not being careful. So you see, these are the things, the negative side of it. And the reason for all these things is these videos. In fact, the main reason for my channel is to actually build people. Like, it's to build us, because it's a family. I myself am learning. Even as inside my marriage, my daily life, I am still learning. I learn every day. Anything that happens to me right now, I sit down to look for the lesson. Like, what is this thing trying to show me? What is this? Why is this thing like this? What I believe is a message. I believe is a lesson, no matter how bad it is. That is why I pay attention to, what is it trying to show me? Why did this happen? What is it trying to show me? Even in my marriage, I am still learning. Things happen and you just be like, wow, I didn't see this coming. Yes, we're learning every day. So that is the main purpose of this whole channel. The channel is for us to learn. What I have, I share. And if you have any testimony, things, okay, you can still share. Oh, I want you to discuss on this topic. Please feel free to leave it on my comment section. I will gladly reply. I will gladly do a video on it, do researches, so I can give um, the best answers as possible. Okay, that is the main thing, to learn life lessons on different sides, relationship, marriages, day-to-day life. That is the overall reason for this channel. I didn't come here, I'm a Christian, but I didn't come here to preach. I'm not taking this time to, like, because I should have heard me call Zachariah versus this versus that. No, it's not like I cannot bring Bible and start preaching. I want this to get to everybody. Like, whether you're a Christian, you're not, whether no matter your religion, the hobos in the streets, wherever you are, so you can benefit from this. I want everybody to benefit. I want it to be literal. That's why I'm not bringing Bible or this into it. I want it to be literal, so everybody can learn realistically, like, what is going on in our day-to-day life. That is just the main thing about this channel. So please do try to follow me day to day. I post very realistic comments, very realistic topics that we can all learn from. I'm learning, like I said. So I also hope you learn too. So that's one. And another one is co-parenting. Co-parenting, in the sense that those are called baby mama. You say baby mama, baby mama. I've only heard baby mama. I've never heard baby papa. As funny as it can be, that's to tell you, most of the time the people who suffer this the most are women, and also the men too. Because when you do these things, you just feel, Maggie, I've moved on, and then you have not moved on. Oh. You haven't. If you give whosoever you got pregnant, person gave birth, and at the end of the day, the whole thing is not working for you. You now left the relationship. I used to say it is bad to give birth. Like, it is very bad to give birth in a place where you are not even sure. Place where no let you stay, you go carry your pikin, go put inside. Place that that is not, fully well that this thing is not just like, this relationship is not good for me. But funny enough, you can leave your child there, like a part of you, because that's it. It's a part of you. You can leave a part of you there. And then if you are not, funny enough, if you are not careful, maybe the woman or whosoever the person, the partner has bad character, you will definitely pass it on to your child if you are not careful. It only takes the grace of God for that child to be maybe mindful, separate, or different. It only takes the grace of God. So if it is not working for you, you now go and put your child and put it inside. So, like what I said, co-parenting. After you leave the relationship, let's say for example you're married. So in the process you'll be like, okay, let me be taking care of the child from here. My own is just to take care of the child. And you be with the child. Probably it might be with the mother or it might be with the father. If it's you see inside of these things, your the responsibility will become increased. Maybe for example, you already have two children with the present one. This one, what I'm trying to say is the effect of your relationship that you have left. What it can, if you are not paying attention, what it can actually do to your future relationship. It is all what I'm trying to say. So probably you have left that one, and then with the two children you already have, or three children, as the case may be, with the present one, you find out that the other one, that responsibility, will still come back to you. That's double wahala for dead body. According to it's more responsibilities. You start thinking of, okay, how will you sort out this one, and then at the same time take care of the one that you already have. And then for the woman too, if you're not careful, if it's a man that does not even care, you see, you've carried a lot of responsibility for yourself. So though as much as careful as we can be, we still cannot be all totally careful enough. But when we know these things, at the time it will still help us to some certain extent to divert some certain mistake, to see that reflect, just in case you are going through those kind of hurdles you are trying, you are contemplating. You should be careful. If that thing is not okay for you, there are some people, you something is not okay, you give it to one, two, three, four, five. What are you doing? Even one self, you someone that you know is not even okay. Like you are seeing this thing that this person, probably even the woman is someone, probably a drug addict or something, and then you now want to raise the best child from there. Are you kidding me? You see these things. If it's not good for you, it's not worth putting your child there. That's why you should be careful. Be careful whoever you want to be in a relationship before you go and get, because even if you leave, it will still come back and start. It looks like a rope. It will still be dragging you back. So that's one. You start giving yourself increased responsibility. And another one is reproduction health. This one is most especially for the women. When you've left the relationship, you find out that probably you start having issues to reproduce. Maybe you start having issues with your womb, or you have even carried some kind of deadly diseases because probably you were with someone who was busy sharing, doing cheerful giver everywhere. Those are the things. That's why when you are in it, be cautious, be careful. You cannot be perfect enough, but then it is good if you have these techniques, so you have these ideas. Because there's one thing, there are some certain things that you cannot just know. It's every day, as things is going every day, you keep learning. Be open to learning. Be open to learning new things. Be hearing new good things, okay, not the bad ones. So, as I can say, like I said, reproduction health. If, for example, now you went to a relationship that it wasn't okay along the line, you now probably did one abortion, and if you're not careful, it might affect your womb. Trust me, you know what that is. It is going to affect you, in fact, till eternity if you're not careful. Not just in your marriage alone. Or probably you even did it for someone that, oh, he was telling you, I love you, I this, I that. At the end of the day, you will go and marry another person, I even add to you. Or he will even tell you that you cannot stay with somebody like you. The reason why I'm telling you this is just for you to be careful. If, for example, you find yourself in such a situation, I wouldn't advise, because if I should say it now, I'm not here to preach, like I said. So I have to be realistic, because even if I tell you, oh, abortion is a sin, don't do that, I'm not here to preach that. I'm not here to talk about that. If I tell you don't do that now, hold, don't do this. Just like for example, maybe some parents have kids, when they'll tell them don't do this, don't do that. If you don't tell them the truth, they'll go outside and go and get the information from their friends. And if you're not careful, if that friend is bad, the friend might advise them wrongly. So this is actually the point of the video. I'm trying to be realistic here. In case you now find yourself in such a predicament, if you must, probably because you're not ready, the financial stuff, giving birth to kids when you're not ready is actually not easy, because your aspiration, everything might just be gone. You're not ready for it yet. I understand. But if at all you would do such a thing, please find a very good hospital. Even if you don't have the money, maybe for example, the person is now someone that's unfortunate, does not even have money. Self. If you can sell what you have, if it's your shoes, it's your bag, my sister, go and sell it. Gather the money, go to somewhere that is very good, and do what you have to do, clean and clear, and carry your shoe after they are run away because that's the second chance for you. If you still mess it up on your own, so be careful. If the person is not ready to stay, keep a pants or know how to use safety rules, my sister, everybody should remain on their own. Because you cannot go and sacrifice yourself for somebody else, mess your own life up because you want to please somebody, because you're in a relationship, because you want to show love. You have to be careful. These are the things that if you leave tomorrow, it will come back. It will still keep on hurting you repeatedly. Even if you leave that relationship, you go to the other one, it's an issue. God forbid you lost your womb in the process, or you carry some kind of deadly infection, or you cannot be able to take in based on one or two things that's left for another. Who's going to suffer it? You. So most especially this thing affects the woman the most. So please, if you're in a relationship, you have to be careful. Some things is not worth sacrificing. Sometimes it's not worth sacrificing for some people. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Be careful, be watchful. Just as it is good for us, to learn, to also know how it is, but you have to pass this role with caution, with tread, be looking very well. Have a boundary. Like, if you don't pass here, I no do. Carry your leg, put your shoe, carry your shoe for your leg. Run away, run 2 to 40. If you're someone who does his own thing, that he doesn't care, he's not ready to use safety measures, nothing, he just care about his own. Let me just do and come. And then at your own detriment, you're the one that will lose. You that will suffer it. If it's that were you, I will run, my sister. Avoid such people for your own good. Like I said, I didn't come here to preach. Because some people might come to my comment section and say, I'm not supporting abortion. No. But sometimes when you tell some people don't do these things, that like I said, I'm trying to preach to people. Pretty sure, but that's I'm not preaching. I'm trying to tell some people who, like, I'm being realistic. You understand? Because even if I'm trying to, if I say, okay, so this thing is something that if you go and tell your pastor, the pastor will tell you, say no. It's not like some of them have not done it at some point. But before you know that, you say, hey, pastor said that you do this, pastor said I will do that, they will keep it to that. So they will not use Bible to smooth it. They will not say some certain things. But me, that is what I do in this. I am realistic. I call a spade a spade. I will say it the way it is. Because these are things that even if you want to coincide it, people end up doing these things one way or the other. So if they should do it right. Because we can't keep covering these things. It is happening outside. It is there. It is what is going on. There's no way you can cover it. It goes on day by day. So in order for you not to, you now see, oh, like I said, no choice, my dear. Do what you have to do and do it right. And take it as a second chance and run for your life. If the person cannot prevent himself, you cannot find prevention measures for your own life, for your own self, so that the next one they are going to, or your marriage will not start having issues, then kuku run away. That person does not like you. Because if you're in a relationship with someone that is self-centered, it's only you, I know, he doesn't care about you. That one is already a signal that you have to run for your life now. And somebody supposed to tell you. So those are just one of it. Okay, so please, I just hope as we are saying, as I'm saying all of these things, you learn. Because I'm actually about people out there and the normal neutral people. I'm not talking about religion. No matter the religion you are, these things happen on a daily basis. Even if we don't want to talk about them, they are happening. So it's better you get the right information just in case. Okay, now some people are like, I'm fine, I don't really know. Okay, as it can't happen like this now, what I want to do. If it can't be bad as it's bad, my sister, do what you have to do and do it right. Don't go and do now go and start meeting quacks. They'll tell you come and take a caution. Want to take a caution and kill yourself. The boy will not be there. Hey. So as like I said, some people will come now and start maybe some start write something this on my comment section. I don't know if you're going to be listening, but still, I'm saying this is not for bad faith. Don't get me wrong. I'm only saying this for people who might not have time to go and meet a pastor or to go and meet, because this one is not all about preaching. I'm being realistic. This things happens. People who doesn't go to church, or even if they go to church, they are one way. Even before they tie hair go church, my sister, they do these things. So I'm just trying to be realistic here. So don't come for me, don't judge me, I beg. It's all of us for us to learn. If you sit down and reason it, you know I'm being realistic. Now waiting there they do day by day. What is going on around the town, going on around us. I'm just trying to give the right advice that should be meant for it. So please, all of these things put together, like I've said, you should be careful. It's not like it is bad to be in a relationship, but if you are in a relationship without forethought, without thinking of the future, without having sense, don't be in a relationship foolishly. Have sense, borrow sense. You don't have, go and borrow. Have sense. So that it will be good for you, so that you can come out without scratches in your back. You can actually have the benefit of it, the good side of it, and not the bad side. You not live an everlasting mistake that you keep on regretting all the days of your life. So these are the things that I'm trying to, the whole thing that I'm trying to share here. So I hope this video makes a lot of sense to you. And please, if it does, please do take your time, like, share, subscribe, share to other people too to also learn. And please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. So please, I'll see you on my next video. Take care. I love you all. Bye.